If you're going to buy or sell real estate, it is extremely helpful to know the numbers of the market that you are buying or selling in. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group over at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Today, I'm going to go through the numbers from September of 2023 for the Panama City Beach housing market. We're also going to look specifically at the waterfront housing market in Panama City Beach for that time period, and also going to look at the Gulfront condo market. Towards the end of the video, also, I'm going to look at a couple charts and show you some projections. We can forecast where prices may be headed a little bit towards the end of the year. Also, as you keep in mind, we're going to go through specific numbers for all those markets that I talked about, but I know a lot of you are already on our specific neighborhood or condo project emails. As soon as this video is finished, I'm going to work through a lot of neighborhoods and condo projects specifically to take this same level of data and apply it to all those specific areas. So if you want to be on that list for your neighborhood or condo project where maybe you own real estate, give me a call or shoot me a text. Is probably easiest, 850-527-0221. Just put the name of your community or condo project that you want to be updated, and I'll send you, all we do is once a month, I'll send you a brief 4 or 5 minute email showing you price trends, statistics, all that kind of thing. So let's get into the overall market. Starting with the detached single family market, overall, the numbers we're going to look at is from the beginning of the year to September 30th, and we're going to compare 2022 to 2023. So last year we had 1,367 new homes come up for sale, meaning new listings, not necessarily new home construction, just new listings come up for sale. This year we've only had 1,178. We've had less supply this year, 13% fewer homes that were available for purchase this year. This year, the numbers that finally went under contract, meaning that a buyer and seller agreed to make a purchase, last year was 926 homes. This year, it's 812. We were down 12% in number of homes contracted. Not surprisingly, we're down 12% in the number of actual sales. We went from 911 homes sold in this time period last year, 799 this year. But look at what's interesting. Last year, that accounted for $573 million in sales. This year, it's a little over $580 million. We were up 1%. The reason for that, the average sales price last year was $629,000 and some change. And now this year, it's $725,000, almost $100,000 higher, 15% increase in the average sales price. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about, where if you're getting our specific reports for your neighborhood, you'll really have a feel for what that number is on your property. 15% for the entire market can be a little skewed by the price of some of the new construction out there. But it is what it is. It's a very real number for our Panama City Beach market. The percentage of list price to sales price is down 1%, meaning there's a little more negotiating happening than there was this time last year. Not terribly surprising. If we look just at waterfront, the number of new listings is down substantially, 22%. Last year, we had 157 new waterfront offerings. This year, we have 121. The number under contract last year compared to this year was down 22%, but we actually have 2% more sales. Some of that's coming from some pre-construction sales. And interestingly, look, sold price last year, $110 million on waterfront property in Panama City Beach. This year, it's $153 million, up 38%. A lot of that driven by the average sales price. 1.3 million moved up to 1.7 million this year, a 35% increase in the average sales price of waterfront property in Panama City Beach. Again, don't just take that to mean that your waterfront abode is now 35% higher. Really digging into your specific neighborhood can help understand that some of the new construction is driving that up quite a bit. But again, it's a pretty strong positive number. This year, actually, there's less negotiating happening on waterfront property, believe it or not, according to the numbers, again, for the overall market. One other statistic I want to show you on the waterfront stuff, days to close. Last year was taking 103 days to closing days on market. This year it's 191. So it's taking still a healthy market. It's taking longer for things to happen. The sold days on market last year for waterfront property was 58 days. This year it's 79 days, up 36%. Not surprising. It's taking a little longer to get something sold this year. If we look at the Gulf Front condo market, a little bit different. So the number of new listings this year still down 16%. Last year we had 1,161 condos offered for sale. This year it's been 974, down 16%. The numbers under contract and the numbers sold, though, are down even more than the general housing market. We're down 24% in the number of contracts we've written, down 30% in actually closed sales so far this year. That means our sold volume is down 28%, even though the average sales price is up 2%. A lot going on there to unpack. Very generally, we have less supply. Certainly, we have less sales. But the sales price hasn't moved down dramatically in the condo market yet. We're up 1% when you look at the numbers that way. I'm going to show you a couple things in a minute that we're keeping an eye on. Let me give you my months of inventory spiel again for those of you who don't know. This is a very, very, very important number to understand. Forever and ever in real estate, months of inventory has been a great barometer, or if we're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. Are we hot or are we cold? 5 or 6 months of inventory forever has represented a neutral, balanced market in real estate. Theoretically, what that would mean is it would take 5 or 6 months at today's rate of people buying and selling to sell out of everything that's for sale. I sort of contend that's more like 4 or 5 months now, just because it doesn't take us 30 days to get marketing going. But anyway, if 5-ish months of inventory is a neutral or balanced market, when we have a lower number, when we're at 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, things are hotter. It's not taking as long to sell out of everything. Those are when you hear things like seller's market. Those are when you see a lot more price appreciation. That's when you hear stories about multiple offers and things like that. When we're over 5 or 6 months of inventory, it's taking longer to sell things. Things are more sluggish. There's more supply in the market. We're very much in buyer market territory and all the things that go along with that. The longer that we stay in buyer market territory month after month after month, you would expect to see some pressure on pricing, because the people who really do want to sell something are going to, the price is going to be their only weapon to combat a sluggish market, especially if they're on the market for a long time. So let's look at months of inventory and help us understand where prices may be headed in the housing market and the Gulf Front market. When we look at the housing market, this is from December of 2020 to today. Here, if you're looking at this on your phone, this line is 2 months of inventory. This is 4 months of inventory. This is 6 months of inventory. In March of this year, we were at 3.01 months of inventory. And remember, we had already gone through an interest rate bump last year, which in fact, if you look on the chart, was right in here. We had been kind of bumping around the 2 months of inventory mark, which is very much seller market, very hot market. And when interest rates began to spike last year, you can see how quickly things slowed down. We've recovered nicely this year. Here's March of this year. We were at 3 months of inventory, but look at what's happened to the market in the last 6 months. We've moved up from 3 months of inventory to 5.7. So a couple of things to unpack here. Very generally speaking, the housing market is cooling off or slowing down a little bit. 5.77 months of inventory is right on the edge of buyer market territory. Still somewhat neutral, balanced market, but you see a very specific trend there that things are slowing down. If we see another month or 2 or 3 of that trend continue and we get into 6, 7, 8 months of inventory for an extended period of time, that's where you could see some real pressure on pricing. The market may have to just adjust to that. I can't stress this enough. If you're really trying to keep track of pricing in your neighborhood or condo project, this is the chart to make sure you're looking at and seeing. Again, if you want to be in our email list, it's once a month, and I do a shorter version of this just for your neighborhood. Looking at the Gulf Front condo market, similar story, not terribly surprising. Here's 2 months of inventory, 4, 6, 8. March of this year, about the same, 3.06 months of inventory, but look how much higher the Gulf Front market's moved. Up to 9.6 months in July. It's gotten a little better in August to 6.74. It's up to 8.3. So for the last 3 months, we've been well into buyer market territory in the condo market. Let's talk about what this means, buyers, sellers in both the housing market, both the condo market. If you're purchasing, if you're thinking about buying, you've probably noticed you have a few more choices out there. You probably have a little more negotiating power. You can probably be a little more patient on your contract negotiations. And remember, especially if you're buying new construction, builders are feeling the exact same effects of this. I heard a number recently that one of the local builders had, or national builders had 300 plus homes on the ground in the panhandle for sale. They want to sell those. You probably have more negotiating power than you realize, especially if you walk into that office and you're working just with the sales agent there who is working for the builder. Make sure, if you're going to go do something in new construction, the first thing you do before you walk in the office is contact a real estate agent that you trust. They will be on your team through the process and can help you navigate and probably get a better deal, knowing that there's more negotiating there than it might seem when you walk in. The condo are not, well, and if you're selling now in the housing market, think about all the things I just said. Buyers have a lot more choices. So all the things, all the fundamentals of real estate really come into play here. You've got to be in as good a condition as you can be in. That means any little small major repairs that need to be done, you need to address those. Think about what you can do to address curb appeal, and marketing makes so much of a difference now. One of the statistics I talk about a lot is homes that are marketed with video are seen 403% more times than those that are marketed without. 403% more times. So if you're selling, you've got to be in as good a condition as you can. You've got to have all your disclosures and paperwork filled out for sure. Make sure you have brilliant marketing. Make sure you're being marketed with video, and that video is being pumped out all over the internet. Condo market. If you're purchasing a condo, you can be patient in that market as well. You can see it's probably even a little more negotiating power in that market. If you're selling, it's really time to get really tight on pricing in the condo market. Condos in good condition, with good rental histories potentially, and really solid marketing, again with video, are still selling and doing really well. We're putting together a piece for direct mail right now, and I think I looked at 32 or 33 or 34 transactions that we've dealt with just in this quarter alone. So there's a lot of good activity in the market still. Again, if you want to be on our specific list for your neighborhood, whether it's, I won't name all the neighborhoods, but you get the idea. It's a much shorter video than this. It's 3, 4, 5 minutes. It takes you through the statistics for your neighborhood and where pricing is going, or your condo project and where pricing is going. So if you want that, again, 850-527-0221 is my number. Just text me the name of your address and condo, and I'll get you set up for that. There's no obligation to work with us or work with me. I just like to have good, real information out there for people. So I hope this helps you. We'll be back next month with, we'll be back beginning of the year with another overview of the market. But anybody who's signed up for our monthly updates to those communities, you'll get those once a month just in your email. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps. See you next time.